Sorry. Hello, everybody. Hold on for a second. We are live here, and I want to make sure I'm doing this right. You know we're live because you hear thunder. Who makes a video when it's thundering out?
Mike.
Yeah, let me adjust this. I'm still kind of playing with the screen a little bit. There we go. You can see that we're centered. All right, we're centered. Hey, welcome to our dinner. Welcome to dinner time with us. And you know what we're going to talk about here tonight at dinner, right?
Yeah.
All kinds of good stuff. Like the title on there, you probably see it mentions Juneteenth because that's the weekend it is, a holiday weekend if you're not aware, because it's a new federal holiday. It also mentions disease reversal via food and also comedy night. You even hear a horn honking out there. And of course, I got my shirt on here. By the way, this is kind of designed for, we're working with GreenFare Organic Cafe. We're talking about their food and why it's so incredible and why you can't get it anywhere else. We wish you could get it somewhere else. But if you're watching this outside of the DC area, don't worry about it. Go to our website, aplantbaseddiet.org, and click on healthy vegan recipes. There is a tab up there that says aplantbaseddiet.org. And if you click through there, you'll see the recipes that we have. Not all recipes are created equal. Not all foods created equal. Not all plant-based foods are created equal. Not all vegan foods are created equal. And that's why we keep making this video, because this is a concept that a lot of people don't understand. And this was never taught to anybody. So anyway, here's our dinner. Let's just get into our dinner. This is going to be our dinner tonight from GreenFare Organic Cafe. And if you are in the DC area, of course, click below. Click in the description of this video. You can order this food. This is just two of the selections that we happen to really like that are in the 7-meal plan this weekend. And you never know what you're going to get. But you can click the link, and you don't have to worry about cooking, preparing, shopping, any of this stuff. You don't have to worry about putting the wrong stuff in your food and injuring yourself, because GreenFare won't let that happen. They will not allow it, right?
Right.
Okay. So, other thing is comedy night's coming up. If you don't know anything about this lifestyle, if you want to learn about it, if you want to try the food and laugh all through dinner, okay, then you just have to get the tickets. Look down below in the description. Click through. We're more than half sold out, as we mentioned a few days ago already. So you've got to get your tickets, because once it sells out, it sells out. The whole restaurant, if you've been there, it's not the biggest, giant, most, no big auditorium or anything in there. We cannot take unlimited people coming in, right? So get your tickets now. That's all I got to say. Make sure you get them. Another thing I want to mention, just the general concept of eating. Like, we're eating now, right? You've seen a lot of videos of us eating this GreenFare food. I'm trying to get you the drone view of the... you can try to guess what we have here, too, if you want to. Actually, Denise, what do we have here at dinner? Why don't you tell us?
This is gardener's pie. It's a plant-based version of shepherd's pie. This is all non-dairy gravy, of course, on top. It's a mushroom gravy. There's mashed potatoes on top of those veggies. And
mashed potatoes, gravy. You can't hear. Just gonna make sure you can hear over the thunder.
And this is organic Thai-style noodles with pineapples and peanuts.
That's right over here. Denise likes peanuts and Thai stuff, so you know that I'm almost certainly going to eat that. And then I'm going to get the gardener's pie, which is like the man's meal here tonight, right? If you're a guy, this is no lightweight food. We got the gardener's pie. Okay, I also want to mention we're having dinner. Okay, it's kind of ironic. I was thinking about this before the video. People usually, a lot of people anyway, not everybody, praise before eating, right? I think everybody always wants people to have good health, and that's probably usually included in the prayers, isn't it?
Yeah, people say that they usually, in addition to saying thank you, they say they may the food nourish our bodies so that we can serve you better.
Yeah, and the reality is, as we talked about in our videos, we do believe that 80% of all medical issues are due to the simple things you're eating 3 times a day, the food. So we can easily correct that by eating the right food. And in most cases, when people are praying, they're praying for a miracle, truly, because they're eating food that is likely damaging them. I'm just trying to be as straightforward as I can. And the prayers are probably not going to work in that regard, because I don't know anybody that can escape eating the foods that cause heart disease, diabetes type 2, Alzheimer's, all these types of things, strokes, heart attacks, right? I mean, these are things that would require a miracle to prevent someone from getting, or you just eat the right food. And maybe you don't need to even make those prayers. I mean, there's a place for prayer, don't get me wrong, okay? But when something's within your control, you want to make sure that you do everything first, right? That you can do, I would think. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I used to kind of think it was a prayer for forgiveness for killing the animal that they were about to eat too. But
oh, really? Well, that's another way to look at it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that people that were eating animals were really that concerned about the welfare of the animal, but that's nice if folks are. I never kind of got that, but everybody's different with the way they do their different traditions and things like that, right? Everybody's different.
Yeah. Well, maybe a prayer for forgiveness and a prayer to show their gratefulness that this animal had to sacrifice its life in order to feed the person.
To nourish someone. But the reality is the animal products, how many animal products are in GreenFare food?
0.
None. Okay, the animal products cause significant damage to the human body. The human body is not optimized by eating animal products. In fact, health of humans is destroyed by eating animal products. So no one wins in that situation. It's a lose-lose eating animal products, and the folks at GreenFare know that because all they care about is optimizing your health, right? So it's interesting to hear that concept. And then let's get into it before we eat our health optimizing food. Like, one of the titles I have up here is about disease reversal. Oh, and one thing before I get into that, you know about the comedy, that's in the title of the video, Juneteenth. Let me also mention my thoughts on Juneteenth. It's a new federal holiday. Some states don't even recognize it, but if you're not familiar with it, go ahead and look it up online. But basically, it is celebrating the news of the slave culture in the United States of America being ended and freeing slaves. I can't even imagine if you were in a situation where you were a slave and you just saw no way out, and then all of a sudden somebody just came to you, I think in 1865 on June 19th, if I got that right or not, please let me know in the comments. And they announced the news, I think it was in Galveston, Texas, is where the celebration began, that you're free. You can go on your own way. And nobody even knew what to do because they didn't even know that would happen. And I kind of relate that to what's going on with food right now, because that was a very, very bad practice of slavery, okay? A lot of folks, though, thought it was okay, or thought there was nothing wrong with it, or thought that, that'll never change, some kind of combination of that. When the United States was founded in 1776, unfortunately, that was just part of the culture. It was a very bad thing, but almost everyone did it. And just like we said in these videos, not just this one, but in ones we've done in the past, 80% of all health issues are due to the food that you eat. So it's ingrained in the culture. There's always, as time goes on, things get improved, hopefully, right? And they only get improved when people are willing to take a risk. Can you imagine if somebody was in the 1700s after the United States was founded telling you that slavery was totally wrong, you got to stop this thing right now, just end it? And people probably looked at them like they were crazy, all right? But I know, Denise, you and I, we've grown up in this country now when there was no such thing as slavery ever in our lifetime that I know of, okay? At least not that I've witnessed. And slavery was abolished officially in the United States in June 19th of 1865, or it was slightly before that, because it took a little while for the news to get around in those days. But can you even imagine that? I can't even imagine that, okay? Like, it's so far removed. And our goal, not only is our nonprofit here, but I know as GreenFare, is to evolve society, right? Evolve, improve. When you know better, you do better type of thing. And hopefully the period of time that we're in now, where most people are eating foods that are knowingly harming their bodies, causing disease, causing sickness, hopefully that will end, and it will end. It's just a matter of education. I think the issue of slavery was a matter of education during the time when there was slavery, right? Mm-hmm. And when enough people were educated, then all of a sudden that paradigm shifted. And we expect that this paradigm will shift too. I know that if you're out there and you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's because of the place that we're in. And that's why I'm relating it to Juneteenth, because it is going to be that significant. That really freed an amazing number of people out there to do amazing things with their lives that they never thought were possible. And the same thing is true when you eat the right foods. Your body always wants to heal. Your body always wants to optimize. It's always craving that. And when you give it to it, you will benefit in ways that you can never imagine. And you will not suffer. That's the other thing. Lack of suffering. That's another reason why it's kind of similar to that. I don't know what you think of that, Denise.
Yeah, That was a good analogy.
That was a good analogy? Okay. All right, now let's get into the diseases. What diseases are out there that people have? And why in the world, or how in the world, is eating this delicious gardener's pie and Thai food going to reverse potentially disease or prevent them from even happening in the first place?
Well, I'm not going to answer both to each point, but here's my list. Kidney disease, heart disease, stroke, heart attacks, colon cancer, and some other cancers, high blood pressure or hypertension, PCOS, which is ovarian cysts, lupus, obesity, MS or multiple sclerosis, arthritis, Alzheimer's and dementia, acid reflux or GERD, leaky gut, which is diverticulitis, sleep issues, low energy, mood swings, depression, ADHD, eczema, constipation, bad breath. I think there's a word for that, hypertosis or something.
Bad breath. Halitosis, chronic halitosis.
Halitosis, that's it. You should update your list.
Chronic halitosis.
Body
Sounds so very
odors,
official.
hemorrhoids, overproduction of earwax.
How about your weight?
Dehydration. Well,
Is that on the list?
Obesity. Yeah, you should
Okay.
put that on your list.
It's not on the list. Okay, you're good. Yeah,
Here.
it's going to cure any kind of weight issues you may have. But this is basically like everything that everybody has out there. And I thought about another thing. You know, Denise and I'm 52 years young. Denise is 51. I actually have a book out there if you're ever interested in how long I think people can live if you eat the right food, meaning this delicious food. You don't have to suffer and be in pain eating your cardboard all day because you're not going to be eating that, okay? You'll be eating some delicious food. I think you can live to 150. Just go to liveto150.org, live to150.org. Got a free ebook on there. I got lots of chapters added. But I'm just trying to get you guys to realize that we're older. We're over 50. We're almost, actually, we could be AARP members right now. We could get into the most exclusive group of real estate owners there is, which is over 55 communities in a very short period of time. I think people might even let us in there now, okay? That's how senior we are, right? Mm-hmm. And of course, unfortunately, we know that everybody in our age bracket now is getting sick or unfortunately, quite a few people have recently died. Okay, and have died a little while ago now too. It's just that time of a season of life that we're in. And if you don't die, well, shortly before you die, you might get shipped off to a care facility, such as memory care for Alzheimer's dementia or nursing home, something like that, right? These are all kind of the same. It's kind of like it's not like the fun group housing like college is, right? You get to go live in a dorm and party all the time or whatever. This is like a place where everyone goes and they know they're probably not getting out of there alive. It's pretty sad if you think about it on a psychological level. And one of the worst things about these types of facilities is the food. Truly, Denise, do you think that they are serving health optimizing food at these facilities?
No, they're serving the same food that got people into the situation that they were in.
Yeah, it's not good. We have actually somebody on our board, Janice, thanks for all your hard work, she's expressed to us a while ago how concerned she is that some of these large conglomerates of nursing homes and assisted living facilities and things like that, they don't serve the food. If we have the knowledge, if GreenFare has the knowledge to say, hey, start making us some food like this, will you? They'll look at you like you have 3 heads, okay? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't fit in their business model.
And the reality is a lot of people would get better and go home.
Yeah, that's true. Because let's be straight. All the diseases you named, I'd say that almost anyone can see significant improvement in about 3 weeks' time. And it's not total healing, okay? Because really it takes about 7 years for all the cells in your body to regenerate. So it's a long-term thing. But within 3 weeks, you could see significant improvement, meaning a stopping or even reversing of the condition. Right. And again, we're not practicing medicine, but we will tell you what to eat. I'm a lifestyle nutritionist. And if you want to learn about this in an academic environment, GreenFare has that, right? Yeah. They have classes. Look down below in the description of this video. If you don't see all the stuff in the description of the videos, go to our YouTube channel, aplantbaseddiet.org, and just look on the video there. Check in the live section because you'll see it all there. And that's, I don't know, these are my deep thoughts for today. I think we could talk more. Actually, we'll probably talk more in our next video about GreenFare food and why is able to do this. You know, and when you realize why the food's able to do this, you'll realize why the food that you may be eating right now, you probably are, unless you are enlightened, and you can be enlightened. It doesn't take that. It's not that much to be enlightened. It's harder these days, believe it or not, even with the ubiquitousness of information. Like, information is everywhere. It's like this is a psychological issue for most people. Okay, it's going to take a lot of time. We wish that people would just tell people our stuff, and then the work of our nonprofit would be over, but it doesn't work that way. It's a psychological issue. It's a case of having an open mind versus having a closed mind. And like we mentioned earlier, the reality is there's no excuse once you hear the information, right? Because when you know better, you're supposed to do better, especially if you want to set an example for the next generation, or if you got kids or something like that. If you want to leave the world better than it was when you were living in it, you have to do this. Because like I said, I'm truly relating this to the Juneteenth in terms of the amount of people this has the ability to affect, and in dramatically positive ways. So kind of think about that this weekend if you got the day off on Monday. And if you want to order your food, this is in the 7-meal plan from GreenFare. Down below in the description, you can order there. You cannot, unfortunately, it's too late to get the stuff for tomorrow because they have pickups on Mondays and Fridays between 5 and 7 p.m. But you can order now and pick up on Monday, right, Denise?
Yeah.
And we're going to get some stuff on Monday. You might see us in there. Just remember, if you're out on this weekend, you got 3-day weekend because of Juneteenth, and you're thinking, okay, gosh, Sunday's kind of in the middle of this weekend, and I've got nothing to do because Monday's off. Let me go get some GreenFare food. What happens to GreenFare on Sundays, Denise?
They're closed on Sundays.
Yeah. So you got to figure this out before Sunday. You can go to the farmers market between 8 a.m. and noon on Saturday. Well, we will be there also.
For muffins.
Yeah, and we even have some events. By the way, we put an event together on Friday. We're gonna pick up some GreenFare food. I think you can go over to Friday Night Live in Herndon. We got an event in our Reston and Herndon vegan group, and we've also got an event for the Run Club on Saturday because we're going to be there for that. But remember, they are closed on Sunday, but no excuses, okay? You can order their food. There's links below. Even if you don't get there for the 7-meal plan, you can order off their menu online, and you can pick it up at GreenFare, or you can just go in and dine there, or you got a million options, and every single item on their menu, this is what you got. This is the big takeaway. Every single item, including whatever random things they throw in our 7-meal plan, which are delicious, okay? They all are health optimizing foods, all of them, every single one of them. And in the next video, we're going to kind of get into the details as to why. And for now, this must be pollen out here, is it?
I don't know. Something was tickling my nose.
Well, actually, I know that the pressure changes when you have a lightning and thunderstorm going on.
Yeah.
It could be that too.
Yeah.
And actually, it got really quiet. All the wildlife went away too. Sometimes we hear it, but nothing now. No thunder, no lightning. It must have just passed by. So we're going to enjoy our food. Thanks so much for joining us. And please comment with any questions you have or reach out to us directly. And be sure to click through all these links. Learn about GreenFare. If you're in the DC area, you are blessed. If you don't know all about GreenFare, you have no idea what you're missing. It is the way life should be. Like I said, hopefully will be in the future. It's happening now here in Northern Virginia. You are at the forefront of the next level of society, the next level of living, the next level of health. So please take advantage of it. Don't miss this opportunity, because if you have any health issues at all and they become reversed or changed by eating the food, you will want to tell everybody. I can guarantee you. I didn't get into this because I had health issues. I just got into it because I'm a deep thinker. I always think, Denise will tell you that, right? Always thinking about stuff, always thinking about how to improve stuff, make stuff better. If you're like that too, you have to go here too, because this is the only food that fits that definition and will actually get stuff done, right?
Yeah.
All right, so all right, so what have I got? You got the Thai, and I have the mashed potatoes and gravy, basically, right?
Yes, gardener's pie.
Gardener's pie. All right,